Hi, I'm real estate agent Isaac Klein, and welcome to my channel, Luxury Living in Palm Beach. In today's episode, we're going to explore luxury living in Boca Raton versus Delray Beach. Boca Raton and Delray Beach are two beautiful, neighboring, luxurious cities located along the bottom of Palm Beach County. Both are coastal cities featuring popular downtowns, as well as country clubs and deep-water living opportunities. Residents commonly share resources and amenities, and even schools depending on the location. Boca Raton and Delray Beach are two very desirable cities with many luxury living lifestyle options to choose from. I'm luxury real estate agent Isaac Klein, and today we're going to explore Boca Raton versus Delray Beach. If you're thinking about relocating and you're not sure, should I go to Boca? Should I go to Delray? Which one is better? Which one is right for me? Well, today we're going to discuss some of those key differences between the two towns. Now, synonymously between the locals, we kind of call it Boca Delray because the two towns are side by side. They share many of the same amenities, including some of the same schools, depending on where you are. But they're also very different. They are very different vibe, very different architecturally, depending on where you are geographically. So we're going to dive into some of those key differences, the schools, the geographic areas, the culture, the vibe, the lifestyle differences between Boca Raton and Delray, so you can get that better idea of which one you think might be better for yourself and your family if you're thinking about moving and relocating here. Living in Boca Raton versus Delray Beach. We're going to cover three main subjects: the physical geography differences of the area, the differences of the schools, and the lifestyle differences. Number 1. The physical geography differences between Boca Raton and Delray Beach. The biggest difference between Boca Raton and Delray Beach would be the eastern areas, the coastal areas. If you're in downtown Boca Raton, it has a very distinctly different feel and vibe than if you're in downtown Delray Beach. You would never confuse the two towns. As you move further west, as you head past I-95, past the Florida Turnpike, the further west you go, the more the two towns feel the same. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference between the two once you get out into the western portions, the western areas. Now, when you're in East Boca versus East Delray Beach, again, those towns, very, very distinct vibes, very distinct feelings. Boca Raton, super manicured, very luxurious, tall apartment buildings. You have the Lake Boca area. You also have apartment buildings along the beach. It just has a certain look. It has a certain feel. It's very luxurious, very upscale. Now you go to downtown Delray Beach, it has more of a coastal charm. It has a different, more of an older town feel. It's just very different. It has a more laid back, it's just a different vibe that people, it's not one versus the other. It's just which one you kind of gravitate more. People that live in Boca, they go to Delray Beach to go out on Atlantic Avenue. And likewise, those in Delray go to Boca Raton. So both people, whether you live in one or the other, enjoy the amenities of both. Number 2, the difference in schools between Boca Raton and Delray Beach. Now, if you're thinking about sending your kids to school and you're considering public school, Boca Raton has among the best public schools in the state of Florida. Whether you're thinking about sending your kids to public school in East, Central, or West Boca Raton, the schools have a great reputation. Really strong public schools, as well as private schools in Boca Raton. Now, in Delray Beach, the reputation is not as strong in the eastern area. The schools are improving and getting stronger. As you go out into the western areas, like I had mentioned before, it's actually the same school system. So these are some of the things that you might want to think about if you're sending your kids to public school. Now, when it comes to sending your kids to private school, that doesn't really matter. So if you're living in Boca or Delray Beach, you're going to be considering the same private schools to the area, such as the American Heritage School, St. Andrews, North Broward, among some of those top schools. There are many others to also consider as well. Number 3, the lifestyle difference between Boca Raton and Delray Beach. If you're not looking to raise a family and school is not your consideration, and you're really thinking about lifestyle, Boca and Delray both offer a copious amount of lifestyles and similar lifestyle options. For instance, if you have a boat or looking to get a boat and you want to be on deep water, you have many deep water opportunities in both Boca Raton and Delray Beach. The intercoastal waterway goes all the way up. You have a lot of different communities, some gated, some not gated. But it just depends on your preference if being on deep water is what you're looking for. Now, if you prefer more tennis, golf, and you want maybe that country club community, both Delray and Boca have many opportunities to live in that country club lifestyle. Boca is obviously best known for that gated community. It's one of the most renowned cities probably in America for gated communities and country club living. There are over 20 country clubs in Boca Raton to choose from, while Delray Beach has several great options. Not as large a selection as Boca Raton, but still with Addison Reserve, Seagate, Delare, Meisner Country Club, there are many great opportunities in Delray Beach as well as Boca Raton. It's really just a matter of finding the right country club and the right community that best matches what you're looking for. Misconceptions about Boca Raton versus Delray Beach. When it comes to selecting between Boca Raton and Delray Beach, there's no right and wrong. In the past, people had this notion that somehow Boca Raton was the more luxurious, the more upscale of the two towns. That couldn't be more untrue. Delray Beach is putting off bigger, higher number sales than the town of Boca is at this point. I'm consistently seeing over $50 million sales in Delray Beach. In the downtown Seagate areas, house after house, 5 to 10, $15 million. It is not the old Delray Beach. Delray Beach is very luxurious. And just like Boca Raton, it is full of different types of luxury living options. Now, like anywhere you go these days, there are both the luxury, ultra luxury, and then there are other opportunities. So it really depends on where you are, where you go. Not every neighborhood, not every community is going to be at that same scale, at that same level. It's really about finding the right area that really matches what you're looking for and how you envision your time here and how you want to spend your life in the South County area of Boca Raton and Delray Beach. A Boca Delray buyer customer story. Funny story. So I'm helping a client, this is years ago, and they've come to town and are very focused on buying in Boca Raton. And they're looking for a couple $1 million house. And they've done their homework, they've done their research. And in their minds, Boca Raton that's the place to be. That's where luxury goes. And, I'm showing them around house to house. They're on their trip and they're just not identifying with the product. They saw the pictures, they thought they were going to like the houses, but they just felt it was a little too ostentatious. It just wasn't the right houses, the right architecture. They just weren't identifying with the communities and the actual properties. So I said, look, maybe would identify a little bit better in Delray Beach. I've got a great community with some great houses. It's going to be the same price point, but it's a totally different architectural style. It's a totally different culture and vibe. What do you think? Well, they were nervous at first, but they gave it a shot. And once they saw the differences, they identified with it. And then they understood, wow, it's the luxury, but it's a more subdued luxury. It's a very different look. It's a different feel, but it has all those same elements that Boca Raton has, the inside-outside living, the tropical ambiance, but it just has a different vibe and a different feel to it overall. And that's a common sentiment that I'll get between people that sometimes reside in Boca versus Delray Beach. And it's just a matter of finding what matches your preferences and personalities best. Living in Boca Raton versus Delray Beach. Ultimately, if you're thinking about making the move to Boca Raton or Delray Beach, it's less about the name of one town versus the other. It's about why and how you're looking to live your life here in South Florida. Are you looking to play golf, tennis, be in more of a gated community or country club? Is your preference to be near the ocean or have access to deep water? Do you want to be able to walk to your coffee, be in town? These are the conversations that we're going to have. If you're going to be raising a child, sending them to school, public school, these are the things that we need to discuss because these are the most important factors that we're going to put into where you should be, where we should be thinking about finding you the best place. The actual town, that's less important because whether you're in Boca or Delray Beach, you're going to be moving from one to the next throughout your day, throughout your time here as you use amenities in one and the other. So reach out to me directly early. It'll be my pleasure to help you and share my years of knowledge and advice and experience here. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Luxury Living in Boca Raton versus Delray Beach. I'm real estate agent Isaac Klein, and you're watching my channel, Luxury Living in Palm Beach. If you have any questions about today's episode, please reach out to me directly. It'll be my pleasure to help you. If you've enjoyed watching today's episode, please like or subscribe below. I'd really appreciate that. If you're thinking about buying or selling luxury real estate here in Palm Beach County, please reach out to me directly at 561-400-2085. I look forward to speaking with you.